Hi, I'm US Weather Analysis Dan. Your flex just around your 12 afternoon on your Saturday, and not too much going for this Halloween day on your Saturday, and just a few showers moving through, a front pushing through, and other than that, it's been pretty dry. So, in ways of really seeing a lot of active weather like we've seen in the past, that really hasn't been the factor today and this weekend. Front's moving through. Once that moves through, it's going to calm down a little bit, and then there's actually going to be another upper low that's a little north of the country, and that's going to actually pull some cold air toward midweek. So we're going to actually have to talk about that in the Weather with Andrew Fleck page, where we'll kind of talk about excuse me, the patterns and what we're kind of going to get into. So let's go actually to the visible satellite here, and let's just talk about really what it shows and kind of how similar it looks from yesterday. We actually had the primary low that was actually up or down around this area right here yesterday, has now moved northeast, and there's that first batch there in this area right here, and that batch is kind of pulling up. Then you have another low pressure in here, and that's pulling another batch down here. The only problem is they're starting to split, and when that happens, when they move east, it's not going to be the rain that the models have had for the past few days, with the east getting slammed with another rainstorm. In ways of windier weather and damper weather, you're probably going to have that, but in ways of heavy rain and real extreme washouts, I don't think you're going to really kind of come into that or have a day like that across the eastern United States. Excuse me again. So again, here's the flow. You actually have a southeast south low, and then you have a front pulling through. It's going to kind of strengthen the winds across the eastern seaboard, and of course, as that pushes, or the front pushes that through, you're going to have then some rain, and then behind that some wind during and according to the event. After that, really calm weather in here. That's going to kind of push up into the east and the areas that need some calmer weather across the weekend. And then here's the next system up here. This next system is actually going to ride across, like I said, the northern United States. And what that's going to do is once that moves through, then there's going to be a strong front, okay, that pushes down with that. And that's where we think by maybe early to mid next week, the east and some of those states in that area there are going to see some very cold weather. So keep watch for that. I'll update you guys. But the models do seem pretty chilly for 2 to 3 days of that week there. So keep an eye on that. We're not talking about 60s or 70s. We're talking about maybe 50s as highs. So it's going to be a little chillier, and of course 30s as lows. So again, not too much going on today, but as for radar, there is a little bit if you look at visible to radar. And again, on radar, it's not as busy as it was yesterday. We had a lot of severe weather, a lot of flash flooding down around the south. But what we still do is we still have some showers. Okay, this line still moving through with the initial front, and that's going to continue to move through, and that's just going to kind of bring some rain here or there. I don't think it brings anywhere more than maybe an inch to areas, and probably your inch amounts would probably be isolated. So I really don't think that it's going to be a major rain event like the East has had over the past. Now, the one thing that does intrigue me is we do have that southeast flow. Okay, so if this precip does get to there, and there's just a tad bit of moisture, and really the way I looked at it at the visible satellite, there really was no moisture. But if a little bit of moisture can get into there once this band makes its way about here, you might be able to have some heavier rain spots, maybe some more yellows, maybe oranges. But again, I mean, the imagery really doesn't have too much in ways of moisture, cloudiness, and etc. going into that area. But still, just keep an eye on it as we continue to move through your day on Saturday. So all in all, that's about it. Only one region today has seen really the most active weather, and that is the east. As for the west, you're calm. Finally, Denver, Colorado, you are fine. So the last thing that I really have to catch up on is Happy Halloween. That's right, Happy Halloween today. Have a good time. Stay safe out there, and we'll come and talk to you on Sunday. So have a nice day, guys.